Hey everyone and welcome back. So on the previous video we have learned how to set up our SFU media server on a Linux virtual server, and now it's time to set up our backend. I'm using the Node.js framework to set up a very simple backend system. All I do is create a HTTP server and then run a socket IO using that HTTP server. I'll set the origin to star, which means we can connect to this socket IO server from anywhere that we want, and run it right here on the port 3320. And then on each connection, on each socket IO connection, we want to handle the connection or handle joining and leaving to this socket IO server using this ConnectionHandle class. So all we have inside this ConnectionHandle class is a data structure, which is a two-dimension array. And all we do is on each connection, we will get the user ID, the name, and the room name using the query of this socket URL. And we will check if each of them, the username, user ID, and room name is not null or not set up properly. We want to disconnect the socket because we need them. We need the room name, we need the username of the each participant, and the user ID. Right after that, on each joining, if these queries exist, we will move forward and check if the room exists. So on this function, we will check if the connections with the room name doesn't exist. We want to simply add the array with this connection map. It's a two-dimension right here. And then we want to add this user to this room. So using this connection map with the key of the room name, we will set up an array of the clients. Then down here, we want to add a JSON object to this room name within this connection map. It's pretty much straightforward. And after the client joins the room, we want to broadcast that, hey, there's a new user connected to this room for other participants of this chat room. Simple as that. We want to filter the entire users inside the room using the room name. And also we want to make sure that this is the broadcasting is not notifying back the user itself. So the other users, that's why we check if the user socket is not equals to current socket. And then we will notify that the room users will be the users inside the room. So after checking if the room exists or the user is joined to the room, we want to have two listeners for each socket that is joined to our socket IO server. First, if any message is received from the user, we want to handle it. So all we do is we want to broadcast the message to other members of the socket IO. And the next thing is to set up a disconnect callback for this socket IO. So in that case, we want to notify if any user is disconnected from the room and notify other members of the room. Also, in the last line, we will check if the room is empty. We want to delete that room from the connection map. So it means that we want to check if the room is empty. We simply want to remove that room. So if you check our packages, we simply use the cores and socket IO. That's not a big deal. And to start the socket server or the backends, we simply want to run nodemon server.js, which this nodemon stands for development version of the node. So if you change any file here or any line here, the source will restart again automatically. You can use the node, simple as that, doesn't matter. So backend is ready to use. let's dive to the Android client part and start writing the Android sources. Till the next video, see you everyone.